Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. Hope everyone's day is going well. So a couple of new updates, as you can see. First thing is that the podcast name has officially changed. Very excited about the new updates on that. It is now called Wavora. Um, Very excited about that. I think it uh, will continue to look more like a branding versus I just felt like two words were kind of just too much and it just didn't really work with the vibe that I was trying to go for. So now it's one word. It kind of sounds a little bit more, I don't know. It just kind of sounds a little bit better and I'm very excited to see where it goes from here. So, a couple of other new updates. First of all, I hope you had a great holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. Um, all of that. So hope everyone had a happy December and happy start to January. Um, yeah, so yeah, Wavora is the new podcast name. It stands for a waypoint or a way forward. I just kind of thought it was a cool sounding name that I haven't heard before, so kind of cool. Um, Also, we have a new YouTube channel that posts daily content, usually 4 times a week, maybe 5 times a week. Right now, it's been posting a lot of content from our older podcasts, from our old podcast Gate Change. And we're slowly converting everything over into the new system. Um, so I'm very excited about that, and I think that's going to help us improve our podcast and just make it better known out there in the world of YouTube as well. Um, a couple of things to talk about today. First off, it is officially out of the season for just the craziness of retail. It is great to be January. Could not say that again. That it was a long 2 months, um, until right after Christmas when it kind of started slowing down. But it was a crazy 2 months. So I am so happy that that is. I like Christmas, but not like that. That was something else. Um, Very crazy. Very lots of orders going out. Lots of stuff going on. Lots of customers complaints. Customers confused. Customers can't find anything. Just a lot of stuff that unfortunately ends up being my job. Um, so, but it is over now, and we don't have to deal with it for 11 more months. So we are back on track. Very exciting. A couple of stories from last time since we had a podcast. All right. So the first story I have isn't more of a story, but I kind of wrote down some of the stuff that people have been saying to me lately, and it's kind of crazy. So here's some of the concepts that people have been saying that are kind of absurd. So the first one people have gone to is kind of like if there's a price tag on the ground or something, then everything automatically is that price. So I had a person the other day come up with a TV, and there happened to be a sticker right in front of that TV that said it was 4.99. So someone came up to the register with the TV and the sticker that said 4.99, and they thought they were going to get it for 4.99. So that's the first one that I thought was just absurd customer logic. And then another interesting one is so returning an item purchased before the store existed. So I work at a decently maybe 10-year old store, and so there was a person that brought in an item that was over 10 years old. The best buy date was 12 years ago, and they thought they were going to get a refund. Just insane. Um, let's see what else we got that I wrote down here. Oh, another thing too. People always think that something's going to work a lot better than they think. So let's say, for example, there's someone that buys an umbrella, right? They bring it out in like torrential downpours and expect it to survive like a hurricane. It was $3. That's not gonna do anything. Um, Another thing is so we had a customer come in the other day that they blame the store for something that they did. This has happened a couple of times, but in this instance, this person burned their toast. Is that our fault? All of a sudden, that's our fault now? You burn your toast and you're bringing it back to the store because you're saying that the toaster doesn't work. Maybe you put it in too long or hit the wrong button. Yeah, that one happens a lot. So let's see what else we got on here. Just some crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. I mean, just also you have like someone bringing in a coupon, for example, that they know is expired, but they think it's valid because they said they meant to use it earlier. And then, like I said earlier, that lifetime warranty, you bought something 12 years ago and you expect to return it now. Just like, what? Um, Kind of like an emotional price match because they believe that the store should sell it cheaper because they feel that way. Interesting. Um, Also, insisting that we know whether something's in stock without scanning it or checking the system or even knowing what the product is. We got also returning something that is clearly used, broken, or missing, and then claiming that it was like that when they opened it. There's a couple of times that has happened to me, and I'm like, you use this. Like, why? What are you doing? Um, Insisting that we have a policy that never existed at any time. Like, what? And then some people saying that they can walk to the front of the line, like if you're waiting in line to return something, and they think it's okay just to return the line because they're asking a question, or when you know they're not asking a question because they have stuff they want to return. But that's also one that happens pretty often. Um, what else we got here? The price match of what the customer imagined the price would be before they came to the store. That's also one I've had a couple of times. Um, Getting upset at an employee because they didn't warn them about something the customer mentioned that they cared about, or yeah, having someone's receipt, or it's definitely I definitely have it, or you should have it in your system, even though the purchase was from 2011. The belief that if a customer is upset enough, the warranty should magically extend to cover anything, including user error, acts of nature. Yep, I've had that a couple of times. Selective vision discount. So if a customer sees a lower price, somewhere over there, the store has to honor it, even though the sign was completely different than what the product they were looking for. The infinite exchange loop, returning an item, exchanging it, returning the item, and then coming back for the same exact item. The you should have known that principle, where you're expecting employees to predict preferences that the customer never stated. Why didn't you tell me I wouldn't like that? We don't know you. What else we got? Claiming that the store stole an item that the customer never actually brought in or bought or even had at all. We have that happen a lot. The I know my rights game, citing laws that do not exist in any legal system known to humankind. And like I said earlier, the item not being at all used, barely used, used normally, and it looks like it's been through a hurricane. Yep. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But that kind of it just keeps going. I mean, like there are so many different things that has happened, and it's crazy. I mean, doing returns is something else. I mean, you hear about everything. It it's just it's something else. So now to extend that down into the forms, kind of um, the return by vibes method. So if the customer feels like they bought it here, then they did, regardless of the actual store printed on the box that isn't the store that they're at. Have that happen a couple of times. The I didn't bring it in, but just trust me, insisting that us employees should process a return for an item the customer did not bring in because you know what I mean. The warranty of emotional support, which is expecting the store to replace an item because it hurt their feelings or didn't spark joy. Had that happen a couple of times. The anti-physics expectation, believing fragile items should survive being dropped, thrown, or run over because it shouldn't break that easily. I've had that happen a couple of times. I mean, people will ship weird things to their house. I mean, you know China is going to break. Why would you ship China from Walmart? I mean, that's just it's going to break. You don't want to know where we put that stuff. It goes in a bin. And that's not just that company, all the companies. It just goes in a bin. Everything's going to break. The teleporting inventory theory, assuming that the store must have the item in the back, even if the system, the shelf, and the entire situation says otherwise. The I only used it once, returning something that looks like it's been around for a long time and you've been using it for a long time and said you used it one time. The price memory mandate claiming the item was cheaper last week, last month, or not at all. They just thought that. Therefore, the price, we still have to honor that price. Um, the you should have stopped me complaint. That's another one. Blaming the employee from not preventing them buying something like alcohol and then them coming back and trying to return the alcohol, which you can't return. The universal employee theory, assuming every employee knows everything about every product in every department, including ones that don't exist. The I know someone who works here. That's another one. Claiming a mysterious unnamed employee, promise them a discount, refund, or exception. The reverse loyalty program, believing that being rude, loud, or impatient should earn them special treatment. A lot of people think that. Believe it or not, that's not what happens. The I'm in a hurry override, expecting policies, lines, space, time to bend over because they're running late. Not our problem. It is not our problem. It's I mean, they come up with new ones every day. You'll see new ones that are just like, "What? That's there's no way. There is no way." The I didn't buy it here, but you sell things. So if the store sells similar items and they should accept returns from any store. So like let's say someone's trying to return something from Walmart to Target, that we should take it because we sell similar items. The warranty of internal youth, expecting a product to last forever, and if it doesn't, the store is personally responsible for the issue. So I used it correctly, returning something clearly misused, melted, shattered, waterlogged. While insisting they followed instructions exactly. Oh, the I'm the exception. Policies apply to everyone except for the customer because I shop here all the time, even if no one has ever seen them before. The you should have told me not to do that complaint when they blame us for not warning them to do something that obviously was a bad idea. I want the manager's manager excuse, believing that climbing the hierarchy will eventually unlock, you know, unlimited refunds. I didn't read it, so it doesn't count. Ignore the signs, the labels, the instructions, and the warnings, then insisting it's our fault. I'm in a rush, so reality must bend expectation. The I want a discount because I'm buying something logic. That's a big one right there. That's a common one. I didn't like it, so it's defective. I saw it cheaper somewhere else. You should have what I want. Yeah, because that's how that works. The billing's only so big. Let's see what else I wrote here. If it's on the shelf, it's free. believing that if it's a misplaced item, an untagged item, or an abandoned item, that's free, just throw it in the cart. I didn't break it, it broke itself. I mean, I guess sometimes some things can fall off the shelf and it not be someone's fault, but most of the time, it's someone doing something. I want the discount from last year because you had that sale last year around this time, so I expect it again. I know what I want, but I won't tell you. Oh, that. Expecting us to understand guesses of the exact product from like the green thing or the blue thing. I'm not paying for packaging argument, claiming that the price should be lower because it's just cardboard. Oh, the saw it online, so you must have it. Now that's not always the customer's fault. Sometimes they'll put it online, but I want a refund for the experience claim because some people complain that the shopping trip was emotionally draining. I've had that actually a couple of times too. That one's funny. I didn't bring my wallet, so you should just trust me. I want the manager who agrees with me. Let's see what else that I wrote down here. If it's that heavy, it should be cheaper. I didn't read the sign because I don't like signs. I want the discount from the commercial. I'm returning the gift someone else gave me. I used it until it stopped working, so it's defective. I want the floor model, but new. I didn't bring the item, but you know which one. I want a refund because I changed my mind after using it. Oh, this is a big one. I want the price from the website of a different country argument. I'm not paying for the brand name. I want a discount because I complained. The I didn't bring my ID, but you should still sell it to me. The I want a manager who will agree with me. I saw it cheaper in my imagination. Price match. I want a discount because of the weather. I've had that happen twice. That makes me laugh. If it's near the register, it must be on sale. I didn't bring the broken part, but trust me. I want the discount you gave someone else. I didn't like the outcome, so it's your fault. I want the price from the app of a different store. I didn't bring the coupon, but I mentally have it. I want a refund because my plans changed. I want the display item, but not that one. I didn't follow the instructions, so they must be wrong. I want you to honor a price misread. I want a refund for the time spent shopping. I want you to fix something I brought from somewhere else. I didn't bring the item, but I want to exchange it. I want the price from a sale that I missed. I want a discount because I'm buying multiple things. This is, like I said, everything that I've heard. It's just crazy. If it's near the door, it should be cheaper. I didn't bring the product, but you know which one. I want the price from a sale I dreamed about. I used it until it died, so it was defective. I want the display item, but not that one. I didn't read the instructions, so they're wrong. I want a refund from Weather. And that's all I have on that sense. It's crazy. I mean, it is crazy the stuff that people come up with when you're in line. And, sometimes they just start cussing you out and you're just like, "Come on, right now, this isn't a good time to do this. Come on, man." Um okay, so now this is the point in the show I want to start talking about some of our stuff that we have with Wavora. Um so the podcast is still going to stay the same. I'm still going to upload it every 2 weeks. So that's not going to change. We're still going to talk everything from aviation, my job right now in retail, um, good news, stuff like that. We're still going to go on talk all about that stuff. So that will not be changing. That's still going to be the same consistent, fun stuff. Um, New stuff is we're going to have the YouTube channel Wavora. Go check it out. Um, on there are almost daily uploads, maybe 5 times a week, um, with just some cool like 360s views of places, lots of shorts, live streams. It's pretty cool. I would go check it out. Um, we also have a uh, t-shirt and sweatshirt website out now with the Wavora podcast logo. You can go check that out. That's on our YouTube page. So there's a lot of fun things going on with the Wavora podcast now, and I'm so excited. I want to bring this closer to the uh, community as much as possible, and really just grow the company because in the end, it's not just a podcast, it's a whole network. Wavora is now a network of podcasts, YouTube Shorts, YouTube Live, YouTube videos, um, sweatshirts, t-shirts, just a bunch of different stuff now. And I'm really excited about the transition into this. I think it's pretty cool that we're now able to have all these different things, and it's cool because now um, there's not going to be only an upload every 2 weeks, but there's also going to be, a upload five times a week or 6 times a week. And even if it's not just a podcast, it's something else just to keep you entertained. And I think it's pretty cool just to have a network now. Um, and like earlier, I talked about what Wavora means, kind of waypoint, a way forward. Just kind of, I thought it was kind of cool. Put those couple words together and Wavora. Um, and yeah, and I just wanted to thank everyone for listening, and I hope they had a great holiday season. And gotta say, everything was great, but it is time to keep moving forward and get into that dead season where there's not much going on. January is kind of that season right after New Year's where everyone's just kind of relaxing, getting ready for the next big thing, um, and just just living life. Um, and so we're gonna end the podcast with some more absurd customer logic that I've experienced. So If it's near the clearance rack, it should be clearance. I didn't keep the box because I didn't think I'd need it. I want the price from the sign I misread. I want you to fix my mistake. I didn't bring the item, but I brought a photo of the item that was damaged. I want the discount from a competitor's commercial. I want a refund because I'm not happy today. I want the price from the wrong barcode. I didn't bring my payment method, but you should hold everything because I'll be back. I want the warranty to cover my lifestyle choices. So that's like expecting coverage for damage caused by pets, children, weather, or questionable decisions. And I can go on and on because it just keeps going. If it's near a cart, it must be abandoned. I didn't keep the manual because I didn't read it, or I don't want to read it. I want the price from a sale I missed by months. I didn't bring the broken part because it's gross. I want you to honor a price from a screenshot I edited. I want the discount because I complained very loudly. I didn't bring my payment method, but I'm a regular customer. I want the warranty to cover my pet's behavior. I want a refund because my friend didn't like it. I want the price from the wrong shelf entirely. Wrong item, wrong everything. I just want things my way.